Suros Regime. Nostalgia as a weapon of war, style as a hallmark of victory, and speaking like this is giving me a really sore throat. Okay, that's enough montage. Let's do the review. In the current sandbox dominated by 600 RPM auto rifles, it would be crazy not to take a closer look at this beast of an exotic. Every visual element on this gun just screams for attention, from that sleek body to the strikingly bold mix of red and blue, and then this dangly bit. Some say that it is the embodiment of a fashion crisis, but beauty, as they say, is in the eye of the beholder, and in this case, I must admit, I rather like it. It reminds me of one of those classic fridge units with smooth edges and a lever for a handle. It's flamboyant, mad even, and that's what makes it special. The stats on this gun appear somewhat average at first, but this is arguably the point of an adaptive frame. It's all about the ease of use and overall balance, meaning anyone should be able to pick this up and paint the town red. Or Magnolia, if you're British. Anyway, let's take a look at the perks. Suros Legacy. The bottom half of each magazine deals bonus damage and has a chance to return health on kill. A perk that embraces how auto rifles should be used. Hold down the trigger and don't ever let go. Whenever your health regenerates, you can walk away and say, "'Tis but a scratch." The catalyst boosts the chance of proccing health regen. In practice, this wasn't super helpful in 6v6, it's too chaotic, but it has saved me once or twice in competitive matches, so I think it's definitely worth grinding for. Spinning up. Holding down the trigger increases the rate of fire. The spinning up perk is the party piece of this gun. In the fiery pit of the crucible, this perk is absolute gold. The strategy is to pre-fire as you enter an engagement, and then be amazed by how fast you can melt your foes with this monstrosity, like I have demonstrated so gracefully for you here in this clip. We'll edit that out. But it's also a high-risk, high-reward strategy. Pre-firing requires knowing where your enemies might appear, and sometimes even seasoned players could get it wrong. With only 36 rounds in the magazine, you could end up running out of bullets before you kill your target, and we all know how much that sucks. So if this isn't your thing, Suros does offer another firing mode. Dual Speed Receiver. When aiming down sights, the weapon rate of fire slows down while the weapon damage increases. With this enabled, the gun feels like a high-impact frame, and while we're losing the high RPM juicy excitement, the slower firing mode feels controlled, well-tuned, and in my opinion at least, performs just as well. As for which mode is better, I think it's all down to personal preference and playstyle. For me, I prefer spinning up. I feel it gives me more opportunities to utilize this gun's intrinsic trait, and I like the madness of it. At this point, some of you may have noticed that I haven't really discussed this gun in a PvE perspective. That's because it really isn't a PvE sort of thing. Not that I don't feel like it's a decent option, it's more because there are better alternatives available within the category of primary exotic. Like Huckleberry, for instance, an SMG that's capable of clearing large amounts of ads without ever needing to reload. And it comes with a damage multiplier perk. I mean, come on. When you compare that to Suros, Suros just doesn't quite make the cut. But in the realm of PvP, Suros Regime is unquestionably one of the best weapons available, so be sure to give it a try. That's it for me in this episode of Silly Review. If you have any weapons you'd like me to talk about in my next video, you can leave me a comment here on YouTube, or you can contact me on Twitter. If you wish to see more content like this in the future, you know what to do. Finally, stay safe, stay classy, and I'll see you soon.